Hey, how you guys doing? So I got this $90 guitar delivered. I'm not sponsored or anything by that, but it comes with this maple neck. This beautiful finish here. Stain. This is a basswood body maple neck. The electronics and stuff are cheap in it, but for $90, it's cheaper than a kit guitar, and it came already assembled. Now the tuners are pretty good on this. So I made a makeshift workbench with the box that it came in, which, by the way, if you buy it from here, that's where it's $90. I've seen it for over 100 on some other Amazonian sites. So it's a copy and everything, okay, of a Tele. But the finish that came on here was really rough. They didn't sand the neck too good, or they just sprayed it with this like plastic coating finish, and it was really rough, and it slowed your hands down. Your thumb would grip on it. And it had this anomaly here in the grain, which was pretty rough. So originally it came with this like chunky C neck. And I decided that if I'm going to sand it to smooth this out and make it a better finish, so I'm going to sand basically the spine down so it's more like a U shape instead of like a V shape. C shape, or they call it a C shape. It was really chunky. I took some of it out with. I started with 220, and then this was also squared off here, and so I rounded that so it's like my hand just can slide up and go right around this really nice. Sanded it all down here. Basically I wanted to shape it like a nice fine piece of furniture. So now it's super smooth. So I started with 220 to shape it, and then I added some 320, and that took all the grooves out of it from the 220. And then I could have went with some higher grade, but the highest I had was 1500. So I mean, I could have went like 6, 8, whatever, worked my way up, but I just went to 1500, and then it just started to. This just popped, the sheen of it and everything. So let me turn it over. I also got the 320 on here and rounded this out a little bit, the edge here, and knocked the edge off this nut right here. And the frets were pretty good as they were, but I just hit them with the sandpaper 320 a little bit, and then the 1500 to round them out. When I change the strings out, I'm gonna sand these down, probably with that 1500. But these are strings that come on it. I mean, strings cost $10. So, I mean, a $90 guitar with $10 strings is really $80. But it plays pretty good. The electronics, I'll probably upgrade them if I come across some better pickups or something like that. This right here is all right. These are functional. But the finish is beautiful. Put some tape on here so I won't scratch it. So if you're in the market for a guitar, or like a young person or anyone really that wants to get into guitar playing, $90 is not a bad investment. You probably pay more for internet service and cable. A couple hours of sanding, which is a pleasure for me. Now I'm going to finish it with this here, because I've used this on a rocking chair that I made, and I put this on there maybe 3 or 4 times, and just over the years it becomes very hard and super smooth, like like glass. So that's what I'm going to put on here. One coat, and then you wait 24 hours and do another coat and rub it and buff it off. So Maybe I'll do a follow-up video on what it looks like, or I'll pause right now and I'll show you what it looks like with the oil. All right, so I just rubbed that tongue oil on here, the cloth. Look at that grain, just wow. So you gotta let this sit 5-10 minutes, probably 10-15 minutes, and then wipe it in, rub it in, let it dry, and then put another coat on. I might sand in between the second and third coat. Look at that grain just pop. So if you're in the market for a cheapie, I mean, I wouldn't do this to a $2,000 guitar, but I just made a $90 guitar play better than an $800 guitar, at least on the neck quality. You can do it. Later.